Hello villagers, welcome back to another episode here in Stacy's Random POV. Do you guys remember this story? I'm gonna play it right now. It was viral on TikTok for a minute. Do you guys remember this? Let me know in the comments below.
Earlier this year, TikTok creator Honey Huncho had an odd visitor at her door. Out of fear, she called the police and turned him away. Months later, she rethought that choice after seeing this sketch of a teen found dead near Starlight Park.
There's no way possible that it could be this boy that was at my door 6 months ago.
Back on March 1st, our cameras were there when police say a body was pulled from the water of Starlight Park. They never identified him.
Alright guys, so apparently there's more people being found in that same park where this young boy was found unalived. Law enforcement are saying that there might be a serial killer in the streets of Brooklyn who is targeting people of color and teenagers and kids and young adults. As a New Yorker, this is very unsettling. Especially as a mother, this is very unsettling. I've got together all of the videos, more news clips regarding the young lady and the young man that was found in that pond, in that water. And you guys, viewer discretion is advised. This might be triggering to some of you, but please bear in mind, I've only bring forward interesting topics that I myself deem important, that needs to be discussed, and I really hope that you guys discuss this down below in the comment section. But with that already being said, guys, enjoy this video. These TikTok creators are very talented, very wise, very smart, and I'm sure you guys will learn something from this. And please let me know in the comments down below, what do you think about this? And if you want to be a member of my village, you guys already know what to do. You hit that subscribe button one time and you're automatically a member of my village. Protect yourself and don't forget to say I love you to the people you love. I hope I'll see you guys on the next video. Take care. Bye.
Good morning, everyone. Julia Joseph here. Now, sadly, police have just identified a 15-year-old girl. Her name is Nancy Jane. She was found in the water of Bush Terminal Park here in Sunset Park yesterday. Stick with us here on News 12 for the very latest in this sad and ongoing investigation.
New tonight, now a mother in Brooklyn desperately seeking answers after her son's body was found in a branch under the East River.
As Ali Bauman reports, he's the third person to die there after leaving the nearby nightclubs.
I feel like he's still alive, even though he's gone. We know he's gone, but just to look at him.
It's difficult for Desiree Nicholson to look at her son's portrait. Damani Alexander's body washed up in Newtown Creek, an arm of the East River by East Williamsburg last month. The 30-year-old was last seen at Knockdown Center, a nightclub nearby.
There has to be foul play.
But she says the detectives disagreed.
And the first thing they said to me is that they found him floating in the water, but there is no foul play, there is no blunt trauma, and there is no marks of violence. So I said, how can that be? I mean, Damani is a person who knows how to swim.
Alexander is the third person in the past year found dead in Newtown Creek after a night out. The bodies of John Castick and Carl Clemente turned up there about a month apart. Both men were last seen at the Brooklyn Mirage nightclub nearby.
Police are still investigating Alexander's death and waiting on the medical examiner to determine the cause. The ME already ruled the other two deaths were caused by drowning, one of them accidental and the other undetermined.
You have one or two, yeah, but when you have three, now we're seeing an alarming pattern.
City Councilman Robert Holden says the industrial area can become desolate at night.
Safeguards, we need better lighting there, but we should also, if we're going to open up clubs, got to put up fencing so people just don't fall into the creek.
Do you think that the police are taking this seriously?
I don't think so.
Alexander's friend shared these text messages with us from the Sunday night before his body was found, in which Alexander writes, "I think dude's trying to kill me," then the club Knockdown Center, and "dude's waiting for me outside." His friend told us soon after Alexander stopped responding.
If someone knows something, we're asking that you come forward with that information.
The NYPD told us they do not suspect any criminality. In East Williamsburg, Brooklyn, Ali Bauman, CBS News, New York.
Many questions, and it's really causing the public to, if anything, they're disturbed by this news. Right now, we do know that the Chief Medical Examiner's Office, they're examining the remains to determine whether these bones belong to one person or multiple people. But as you mentioned, this is all disturbing news to the public. I can show you where these bones were found, where the human's remains were found. This is the latest discovery. Happened here behind me between the Manhattan and Brooklyn Bridge. This is near the same area where a human skull and bones were found within the last 2 weeks, according to authorities. The initial discovery on August 18th was made by a Parks Department employee, and another set of human remains was found 2 days later on the rocks, not far from where the first remains were discovered. A passerby noticed the bones and called the police, who quickly came out to check it out.
We just stumbled upon it. It's right up in the rocks, exactly where they said that the ones were from the past 2 weeks, a week. And they're just assuming that that's just going to keep happening, or not, or this is the end of it, but that it's the same situation.
And again, this is the third time that bones have been discovered in the water near the rocks in the month of August. This area remains under investigation.
There's a serial killer working here in Brooklyn. They found a third body dumped in Newtown Creek. If you're going out to clubs here in Brooklyn, you could play a mortal game of hide and seek. Be careful out there.
Y'all, this is crazy. Another body found in New York City, but this time it was a teen girl. Her name was Nancy Zhang. She was 15 years old. Found in Bush Terminal Park. This is crazy. This is ridiculous, especially since hearing about the case of Humberto Luna in New York City and now this girl Nancy Zhang in Brooklyn. It's a little like unsettling, unnerving, and I know that crime has been happening, especially in New York City, but it's like, dang, because you hear about these cases a lot, and it's just like, how did these people die? We don't know how Nancy Zhang died. They're still examining the body to see the cause of death, but damn, like, this violence and this crime is getting very, very out of hand. Rest in peace to her. Prayers to her family. Losing a kid, a child, is probably every parent's worst fear. So everybody send prayers and well wishes to this family right here.
Is there a serial unaliver in New York City? There are two things that happened recently that people are really grabbing onto. For one thing, Damani Alexander's body was found in Newtown Creek in July. The police are still investigating his death and figuring out the cause. The police currently don't suspect any foul play. He was last seen at this knockdown center nightclub, and then this is the whole creek. Another weird thing is that Damani had texted a friend the night before his body was found saying, "I think dude's trying to kill me." The friend was texting like, "What's the situation? What's going on?" And then he said, "Dude's waiting for me outside." And after this, there were no more text messages from him. I can't believe that the police are seeing this and saying, "Oh yeah, no foul play." The news of this brings back the memory of what happened around the same time last year. Two other young men named John Castick and Carl Clemente also went missing, and their bodies were also found in Newtown Creek. They were both last seen at the Brooklyn Mirage, which is right here, and then remember the nightclub is right here, and their incidents happened within a month of each other. Medical examiners said both of their deaths were caused by drowning. They ruled Carl's an accident, but said that John's was undetermined. But the police still said no foul play was involved. It is weird though, because for Carl, they reportedly had footage of him running through a nearby lumberyard, and his wallet was found there, so his wallet wasn't on him when his body was found. It just doesn't make sense why he was running and why his wallet was not on his body if he had just accidentally fallen in and drowned. It just seems weird to run for no reason if you're heavily intoxicated, which reportedly he was intoxicated when he left the venue. For John, his father told the Daily Mail that John had told his friends that he wasn't feeling well right before he left the nightclub, and his father suspected that he may have died from a peanut allergy from something he consumed that was contaminated. Netizens seem to not believe the father because allegedly he's also a convicted predator, and John was also found without his shirt on, which feels kind of weird if he had just fallen into the water. And just in August, 3 different times there were human bones that washed up on the shore of Brooklyn Bridge Park. Police suspect that it's from the same body, but it's unconfirmed. But I personally don't think it's related to the other 3 cases. It doesn't give serial unaliver situation to me just because the locations are in 2 different places. Even though they're both in Brooklyn, they're quite far from each other, but mostly because the bodies in the creek were found intact and shortly after the victims went missing, whereas finding human bones is just a completely different MO. I don't think we should blindly spread fear around, but as always, stay safe, try not to travel alone, stay vigilant. Police said no foul play, but we know that the police doesn't always do the best job. Even if all of the cases in Newtown Creek were all accident, it shows that there's a very clear pattern of accidents being able to happen here, which means something needs to be done to make it safer. Let me know what you guys think.
I don't know what's going on in the city right now, but it's getting real scary. I say that, I mean, I always know because I live there. For me, I always know that, for me, if you're gonna go have your kiki ha-ha moments, everything all cool, but that shit is not nothing to play with. And as of right now, I don't know what the fuck is happening in Brooklyn, but it just seemed like body after body keep appearing in Brooklyn. And I know you tell people if they're not from there, but it don't even matter. At this point, if you're from there, if you're visiting, whatever, please be safe. Because it just seems like body after body keep happening. They just found another body this week. I think they found another body last week. I have to double check that. But it just seemed like body after body keeps showing up. And my biggest problem is that fuck-ass mayor, that bold bitch, is out there getting NYPD to focus on that fucking $290 and them bus fares and not the real shit that's going on. Like, people could get $250 for hopping the turnstile, whatever the fuck's going on. And body after body is showing up every weekend. And I'm just now hearing about these Venezuelan gangs that's happening. You see, I don't know, but just be safe.
So why am I just hearing that there's a serial killer out in New York City? Hide your kids, hide your wives, and hide your mothers, because there's a serial killer on the loose.
I don't know if y'all heard about this, but I know this is a very popular place. And I know for me personally, this is a place that I used to go to a lot at night during the summer. I just haven't, because I haven't been in the city that much this summer. But human skull and bones found close to Jane's Carousel at Brooklyn Bridge Park. They said it was a skull and bones found on August 19th. And then now today, 2 hours ago, last night, a human leg washed up near Jane's Carousel. So let me insert the news clip for y'all.
We're following a developing story out of Brooklyn where police are conducting a death investigation after human remains were found in Brooklyn Bridge Park. Eyewitness News reporter Phil Tate joins us live from Dumbo with the very latest. Good morning. Yeah, Pedro, good morning. It's a summertime horror. There now have been 2 discoveries of human remains here at Brooklyn Bridge Park. On Monday, the Parks Patrol, they have found a skull as well as bones, and overnight, even more bones have now been found. I want to get straight to some video right now of a very active scene. This was just a couple of hours ago. There are multiple officers here at Brooklyn Bridge Park following this discovery around 12:30. Now, this is an active investigation is now underway. Now, again, this is all on the heels of Monday's discovery of the skull and bones that were found just before 9 that morning. Now, right now, it's still unclear how those remains got there. Now, we're told they appear to be human, but the medical examiner's office will determine the cause of death. Now, several questions still loom at this hour if these body parts are associated, and again, how they're getting here, if someone is bringing them here, or if they're being washed to the shore. We are live at Brooklyn Bridge Park this morning. I'm Phil Tate, Channel 7 Eyewitness News.
Child, so the reason this is very close to home for me is because, like I said, this is somewhere I'm at a lot, and I've been there till 2, 3 o'clock in the morning. I'm never by myself, but so stay safe and keep your head on the swivel, especially if y'all going there at night and y'all not with a group of people. All right, bye, y'all.